Hello everyone, this is going to be a quick and dirty tutorial on how to quickly winterize your Casita trailer. I suppose any trailer, but specifically this is the 16-foot Casita. Doing it in my parking lot at work because the asphalt, I just had fresh asphalt poured in my house in the garage and I can't park on it for a few days. So last night the temperature got down to 28 degrees. You know, it's 70 during the day here in beautiful Colorado. I figure it's time to run some this RV pink stuff through the pipes so nothing bad happens. So I'm gonna get started here. First thing I'm gonna do on mine is the tank should be empty, but I bet there's still some more in here. So I'm just gonna open this here, let the rest of the water out that might be in, which is a lot less than I thought. That dribble out. The freshwater tank there. That's probably sufficient. And then I should have got a funnel because I have to pour this into the freshwater tank. So I'll be right back. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a funnel handy, so I'm just going to try to pour this in here. Probably gonna spill it everywhere, but it's okay. I basically just want to get some water in the lines because I'm going to be using this thing again in a few weeks, and I just don't want anything to happen to it until then. So let's see if we can get some of this in there. Oh yeah, spilling some of it, but not too bad. So I'm not sure how much this is going to take, as this is my first time winterizing this camper. I bought it last spring. It was already winterized, I guess last February. I have to put a few gallons in here though, so the water pump will pump it, so I'll do that. Alright, so I went ahead and put 2 gallons in the back, or in the water tank. Hopefully that's enough. Find out here. Okay. So I can't find my giant socket that takes the anode out of the hot water heater, so I'm gonna have to do that part later. But I am gonna flip the bypass switch here. I'll try to light it up so you can see. So that's, so most people probably know, if you have one of these, that's back here underneath the bed. So let's go ahead and try to set the phone over here while I shine the light. So the switch is right back here where that arrow is. You see that sign? So that arrow sign. So basically when it's this, the lever's pointing down, that's going into the hot water heater. That means the hot water heater valve is open, and that water, once I flush this through, can go in there. Now I don't want the antifreeze to go into the hot water heater, so that is full of water. I forget how many gallons in there, maybe 6 gallons. So tomorrow when I come back to work, I'll have to drain that and get my socket from the house because I think I left it in there. But I think it'll be okay for tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this bypass valve. I'm shutting it so water is not gonna go into that hot water heater because that would not be a good thing, I don't think. And by water, I mean the antifreeze, the pink stuff. So, all right, let's see how we did here. All right, so pardon the mess in here. Just got back from a camping trip last week. Oh, there's my jacket. I've been looking for that. Last week, or maybe it'll be 2 weeks ago, and have not been able to clean yet. But yeah, here's the inside of my Casita here. Custom made skull curtains from my mom. They're pretty awesome. Just wanted something kind of goofy in here, and I love it. All right, so I'm gonna flip this hot water switch on, or the water pump switch. You can hear it going off. And this was pretty much empty of water, so it's probably going to be a minute before it pumps all the way through. Okay. So we're going to turn on the cold water first. We're going to run this until we see pink. I think that's pretty much the whole premise. So there's a fair amount of water left in the line still. If I don't get any pink coming through here, I'm gonna probably just add another gallon because maybe the pump is, maybe there's not enough water to suck it out from the pump. There it goes. All right. Beautiful pink water. All right, so that's the cold water. I'm gonna do the hot water next. I don't know how that'll work since I had flipped the bypass switch. All right. So I'll come back and do a little more in there, but I want to make sure I get the bathroom as well. The sink in here to the cold water first. There it goes. Looks kind of diluted, so I might add a little more, another gallon in there. Just because I usually think it looks darker pink than that when it comes out, but maybe not. So the idea of this stuff is I think it still freezes in the lines, in the water lines when it gets down to 50 degrees, minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. But it doesn't expand like water, so that's the idea, is to displace any water in the line with this pink stuff. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the shower daily tube. Probably don't need to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I don't envision using any of the sinks or anything again. On my next trip, it'll just be the toilet. I think's okay. Alright. So now, go ahead and flush this a few times. Try to get some. There it is. I think we're good. Alright. Hopefully this stuff doesn't stain too bad. Oh, nice. You can see back here in this line it's kind of pink, so that's good. Alright. A little more just for good measure here, and I think that's it. Hopefully that's not mixed with any water, but that's the gist of it. So tomorrow I will get the socket for the hot water heater and drain that out, but I don't think that's any risk of freezing, hopefully, tonight. But we'll find out. So, alright, that was a quick and dirty. Hope you all enjoyed it. The last thing I forgot is you want to pour a little bit of the antifreeze into the little P-trap drains. So, one more of these, luckily. It doesn't take much, so we'll do that real quick. Oh, it's windy. So, let's open this guy. Probably don't need to really pour any in there. I think just the shower drain, I don't know. I'll pour a little in here just for fun. Let's get that thing out of there. I'll just pour a little down here. Imagine it's fine coming out of the faucet. That's probably enough. Down here in the shower. Not sure how much, but well, that looks like that's enough. A little more in there. All right, that's it. All right, it's been a couple days, but I finally procured my socket to take the anode out of the hot water heater. I already purchased one of these a few months ago when I put the anode in. However, I cannot find it, so I had to go buy another one at AutoZone. But this is what you need if you're doing this. 1 1/16 inch socket. All the ones I saw were a 1/2 inch driver, ratchet, or yeah, whatever that's called. ratchet driver dealy, which I happen to have because that's what was on the previous one. I think once you get to sockets that big, they're all a 1/2 inch. So luckily this was already in the camper still, even though I lost the socket. Not surprised because this is so organized in here. Anyway, I also forgot to mention on my video the other day is that I didn't mention doing anything to the city water connection on the side of the trailer because I don't use that. It looks like the cap's broken or something. I've just never used it. I know the previous owner didn't use it either. So, yeah. Normally, I guess that's when you would blow out the lines, and that's still an option to blow out the lines, I guess, and that helps get all the air out so the antifreeze doesn't get diluted, but I didn't think it was necessary this time. I also broke my latch, so I have this heavy-duty wire holding my cover onto the hot water heater. So let me try to get this thing off. This is the fun about buying a secondhand camper, trailer, whatever, is that there's always some quirks. All right, so I'm gonna get this off and I will get everything set up and get started again. All right, so if you've never done this before, this thing down here, right here, this is what you're gonna be taking off. That's the anode. And so we're gonna undo that. However, I believe there might be pressure built up inside the tank because there's a pressure release valve here. So we're gonna go ahead and push this and see what happens. Or pull it, let's see. I was expecting some blast of air, but I guess this works too. Also of note, this is where you reset your hot water heater, I guess. If there's issues, I haven't had to do that. Mine works just fine. It hasn't required any resetting, so I'm not really sure what all you do with that. All right, we'll pretend that's good. I have a feeling I'm about to get a bath when I do this, so. And you also need an extension on your ratchet here. Regular wrenches are gonna work, like an end wrench or whatever. So supposedly these can be pretty hard to get off. So I'm gonna try to set this down somewhere, because I'm gonna need 2 hands to manipulate. I'm filming this on my phone because my GoPro was dead, so just not ideal all around. So I'm gonna try to prop this up right here and hope it doesn't fall down. All right. Oh. All right. This is still parked in my work because my asphalt guy told me I have to keep the RV off of the driveway for a while, so it's just gonna sit here at work until I can get in there and do it. Move it. Oh, that is in there good. So you might need a breaker bar to do this, which I don't have with me, of course. It wasn't this hard to take it out in the spring when it was already in there, but the thing was empty then. Ugh, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna try to loosen this up and get out of the way without stripping this thing off. There we go. All right. Whoa. So that's gonna drain out. This here's the anode. Still looks to be pretty good. It's starting to get chewed up here a little bit, but I think it'll still be good for next year. right, that thing's draining out. I want to say it's 5 or 6 gallons of water, so it might be a minute. All right, so that's all done. I left the anode out. I just stuck it in here. And I'm gonna let it kind of fully drain out and drip, and then I'll stick it back in. I read you could get a PVC plug. Excuse me. That was the same size as the threads to put in there, so I might do that. But I'm just gonna let it drip here, and my janky wire closure, and then I'll take it out before I travel or before I move it back home because I don't want it rattling around in there. But all right, I hope that was at least somewhat helpful, and yeah, I wish it weren't winter coming, but thanks for watching and have a good one.